For nearly 100 years, colleges throughout the South have been giving out the Sullivan Award to honor a student on their campus who has been exemplary in the area of serving their fellow students. Recently, the foundation has created a new award called the Luminary Award. This award honors a Sullivan recipient who has gone on to lead a life rooted in the service of others. Last year, we awarded the very first Luminary Award to Dr. John McCardle. Dr. McCardle received the Sullivan Award as a student at Washington Lee University and ended his career as the president of the University of the South at Sewanee. This year, we are happy to honor MarkPeres as our second Luminary Award recipient. He won the Sullivan Award in 1985 at Rollins College and has gone on to lead a life of exemplary service to others.
The Sullivan Foundation has enabled us to lift up servant leaders at Rollins over the decades. Mark received the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Medallion for the record of selflessness and servant leadership he built during his 4 years here. Now, he is receiving the Luminary Award for what he's been doing in and for other communities throughout the nearly 4 decades since his presence enriched our campus. Our mission is to provide a liberal education for global citizenship and responsible leadership, and Mark's whole life has been a manifestation of this mission. We're inspired by Mark's work as we strive to develop in our students the democratic skills of dialogue and collaboration with others who see the world differently. Mark's work with the Charlotte Center for Humanities and Civic Imagination, appropriately honored by the Sullivan Foundation, is a beacon for our own mission at Rollins.
I think Mark is a perfect recipient for this award, and I was actually thinking about the title of the award, Luminary, and where that comes from, lumen, meaning light. And I think that's kind of what Mark brings, right? He brings light into the world, sometimes in dark places. And the way he does that is by shining light on the individuals that can do the work, that have the ideas, by shining light on the places that maybe need a little love. When you spend time around him, you find yourself wanting to be the best version of yourself. So I think his impact on his family and his friends and his students in the classroom is that they find themselves reaching to be a better version of themselves. And I think the same is true writ large. He has just continued to find ways to bring people together, to have these conversations about what if, but also to put things into the world, to help move the needle on those things, whether it's an online magazine or a book or a podcast, or the list goes on and on. So I think the word humanities is actually the thread. That is really what each of these things has been about, is how can we make the world a more human place?
The humanities peel back the layers of our lives. When we keep alive what is true and beautiful and good in the here and now, it helps create much better futures. The humanities is us being together like this, exploring in our art and culture and conversation all the dimensions of the human experience.
I'm devoted on a daily basis to believing that it's about discovering the true light within ourselves and connecting that light with other human beings. The core yearning for me goes back to my experience at Rollins College, where I felt like I'm at my best as a learner, and I'm at my best when I'm in service to the place where I'm at. You think about the work that I'm doing now, both as an educator and as someone who's leading a nonprofit organization. It's bringing my love for learning and the liberal arts into civic life, into service. And that's where I find myself. And that's where I find a connection to others.